Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. Let's just take a few moments to take some deep breaths. Just grounding our energies into this moment. Setting whatever intention you need to set for your higher self and whatever messages you are meant to receive today. Great Spirit, thank you for filling this space with your protective light on all levels, planes, and dimensions. Thank you for allowing me to be an instrument of healing energy of the highest light, resonance, and accuracy. Thank you for allowing those who need this message to receive it with grace, ease, clarity, and direction. And so it is. I keep hearing reality check, reality check. Somebody is going through some sort of reality check. So first card, Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords can represent illusions. They can represent illusions being shattered, realizing that either people around us are not being transparent, honest, or that we are not being honest with ourselves. So this would be that kind of energy of the reality check. Getting honest, getting real. Yeah, so we're definitely in a moment in life, for whoever this is for, where we get to choose one of two paths. The higher self, the Serenity card, is equal to the Hermit. This is saying this journey can end. This difficult, cycle with a lack of transparency, honesty, authenticity can end if you pull your energy back and you allow your wisdom to guide the way and to protect your peace. Peace is your compass right now. I'm hearing there's nothing for you to prove. You don't need to prove yourself. And part of what may be contributing to us settling or participating in the Seven of Swords is just a lack of lens, the unwillingness to see beyond the cycle, to see outside of the cycle. We may have become codependent on this energy. And we must shift our perspective and see that there's limitlessness if we just shift our direction. But somebody's really being asked to get real with themselves. It's big shadow work. Shadow work is looking at and honoring the parts of ourselves that we don't always want to look at or admit that we have. But we all have shadows, and we all have work to do in those shadows, if it's appropriate for your soul's evolution and your timeline. But this is definitely somebody that is going through some serious shadow work, and that's where that reality check is coming in. So you're at a decision point. Two of Swords is really asking yourself to decide that you're not powerless in this, and that a big part of this is you recognizing that you at any moment can reclaim your energy and your power from this. And the High Priestess is saying you have to trust your intuition, not just your decisions, but trust your gut, your intuition, the deep inner knowing. She is the She's the one that has the secrets of the universe within her. She is incredibly, she, he, they, whatever works for you, has the intuitive inner landscape to stop and really use discernment through your intuitive gifts. Page of Wands is about you allowing yourself to start a new cycle, start a new journey, start a new adventure, to take the power of co-creation and give yourself the permission to leave this old energy because it's not you anymore, and to give yourself the permission to start again. And so the Seven of Wands asks us to pull our power back, to pull, she's holding this wand, she's really pulling her energy out from this collective of energy that she has outgrown, okay? And with that, this is about being courageous and brave enough to stand apart from the crowd, to not need to be going the same way as everybody else. And that does take some serious level of courage and bravery. But also, it's a sense of protecting one's energy. I'm seeing all these full moons too. So full moons are about, if you work with the moon cycles, we usually work with a moon cycle or a full moon cycle to, what are we releasing? What has come to its fullness? What has come to its completion? And what, for the next moon cycle, the next 28 days, are we releasing or letting go of? So you might want to work with the energy of the moon to help you move out of this Seven of Swords energy so that you can really anchor into your High Priestess and the Seven of Wands here. I'm also feeling that at some level this has been such a difficult cycle for you to break because you don't want to feel so isolated. You don't want to feel alone. It's like, well, if I don't have these people, who do I have? And at some level, a part of the reality check is getting comfortable with your aloneness just for a moment, to realize that your aloneness is a vessel for you to create space for your soul tribe. So there may be this in-between where you may feel aloneness, but if we can try not to move into I am lonely, I am in my aloneness, and in that aloneness I have capacity to open my heart space, to bring in my soul family, to bring in my soul tribe. Whoever this message is for, I just want to honor it. This is not an easy place to be. And that you can move through difficult things. And you can make difficult decisions for yourself. You know, even if they require you to, again, stand apart from the crowd. To do things a different way, to blaze your own trail. So the Nine of Ankhs is coming up, and it's saying that, you know, how can you recognize what isn't honest in your life? How can you recognize what isn't, what is no longer for you? And the Nine of Ankhs is about, it's depleting you. It's depleting you of your mental health. It's depleting you of your energetic health. It is siphoning life force energy. And you're getting to this stage of complete burnout. You can also recognize this, that the people that you hang around, the environments that you hang around afterwards, how do you feel? Do you feel like you are in competition? Do you feel like you are not good enough? And the people around you have been, you know, putting up a facade of where they're at, and then you move into a sense of comparing And that right there siphons life force energy and that mental stability as well. So we have the Page of Wands again. And then we have the Hermit card. Or excuse me, the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is really asking you to stop, turn your perspective 180, and start to move your roots towards higher planes of consciousness, so that you can start to absorb gnosis, self-gnosis, that inner knowing, that inner knowledge, so that you can decide for yourself. And the Page of Wands again, you know, I feel like what you're healing with this, moving away from this deceptive energy or this dishonest energy or whatever this is a massive healing for your inner child. There's something with this Page of Wands that is about massive inner child healing. Maybe the fear of being left out or the fear of abandonment. But the Queen of Wands, she's the witch of the deck. She is the master creatrix. She's the one who has the ability to create everything from nothing. So this is going to require you to believe in yourself outside of the confines of this collective of energy that you've been entangled with. To trust that you do and you will have the ability to direct and redirect your life at a higher level. But we have to the Ten of Wands is we have to leave something behind. We can't carry the past with us. We can't be, you know, trying to carry, you know, some people can't go with us in our future. Some people will meet us there at some point. But I'm really feeling like this season is over and we need to leave the rotten crop behind. And I mean that by not saying, you know, these are terrible people. Maybe they are. You have to use your discernment. But there are certain crops or people in your life that are not growing. And it's okay to outgrow them. It's okay to leave this behind. They're in the exact state of consciousness that they're meant to be in, and so are you. And that doesn't mean it's compatible anymore. It just means it's time for you to create new. And the King of Wands. So what this brings is, as you leave this past behind, this is going to reignite passion and this inner fire, this zest of life again. It feels like this has, wherever we are now or whatever we're leaving behind, has really taken that joy, taken that passion and that pleasure and that inner fire. But you're going to be getting that back. And I love the marriage here, the energetic marriage between the King and Queen of Wands. And the Five of Coins is saying, there is nothing left here for you, whatever it is. Again, going right back to the very first card, the Seven of Swords. There's nothing left for you to keep trying to turn over the leaves or turn over the stones. You've turned them over so many times. The Five of Coins is asking you to change. And if nothing changes unless you are the one that initiates the change. So the Five of Coins says, if you want to continue to be disappointed, then continue this cycle. But your higher self is indicating that you know, High Priestess, that you are ready and worthy, inner child healing, to create something new and different. Hanged Man, King and Queen of Wands. It's time to break the cycle. And we have the Fool. So the Fool card is the first step of the journey, a new journey. But we can't start that first step until we're completely releasing the old journey. Now, you know, feelings will come up, and healing is a spiral, okay? It's not linear. But the Fool is you being excited and adventurous about your new start again. Okay? And the bottom of the deck is the Lovers. The Lovers is being willing to choose to live your life in the highest octave of love through your own choice of freedom, evolution, expansion, and growth. So whoever this is for, you can do this. This isn't easy, but it is worth it for you to come back home to yourself, to come back to that inner marriage, this Lover's card, that King and Queen of Wands. This is really deep shadow work, and you taking the hand of your inner child and saying, hey, we're done with this cycle. We're safe to move forward. We're safe to create a completely new reality for ourselves. And even if we're in our aloneness for a moment, it does create the room for Soul Tribe to come in. So prepare for the excitement of this new adventure. It's normal and it's okay to feel grief and sadness and excitement and curiosity at the same time, especially when we're going through something like this. If you'd like a private session, I'll leave the information in the description below. Please subscribe, it helps the channel. The channel's still a baby and it's still growing. So any attention that it's getting, very grateful. Be well, be blessed. I'm here when you need me.